just came on again.
I did.
Mm-hmm. I just got another thing.
Okay. Boom.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Don't know what's going on here, guys.
It's a new link. Okay, go tell everybody else to come over to the new one. What in the world is going on with YouTube?
Why, did it mess up again?
No, but, I mean, I don't know what in the world is going on. So, I guess.
I don't know.
So, there's Wonderlust. Fonterre, hello.
What up? Hello, gorgeous. You also, Jason?
You know he was talking about me.
Uh-huh.
So I bet, were you locking things out? That's probably...
No.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-uh.
Sure.
I was just looking at this to make sure that we were good.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
We're good.
Tiger Raid. If the rest find this stream. I'm just gonna have to Google it, I guess.
If you guys still have that other stream open, please tell everybody to come over here. We had a good amount
Yeah, we did, and
of
then
folks
it just
over there.
pooped out on us.
Somebody got a birthday tomorrow.
Who's got a birthday tomorrow?
Somebody I know got a birthday tomorrow.
I don't have no birthday tomorrow. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I got this one from my email. How was that? Did you copy that the second time or the first time? I guess it just copies our stream. No, it probably just copies the thingamajigger. My calendar says you do. We were told this is a tiger raid by somebody.
Mm-hmm. You see me sweating it too, don't you? Tiger raid. Ooh.
It emailed me a second notification. Cool.
Okay. Smoking reptile. Well.
Hadn't seen him in a while.
Haven't seen you in it.
Thank you for tolerating my ignorance.
Who said that?
Anna.
Oh, Anna Banana.
Anna Banana.
That's the cheater.
Yeah, she's a cheater.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Cheater. Hey, Josh, what's up?
So we're going to give everybody a few minutes to...
Yeah, because we got some good...
Come in
couple good things to talk about today.
And, I don't know if they're necessarily good things, are they?
My phone hates your live stream.
And, we'll
Aaron Devlin, what's up?
We will,
2 weeks. Woohoo! It hurt me to say that beginning on the wrong side. Oh, that's funny. Hello, Mary. Hey, D. I was going to send you a text message earlier. Then I got distracted. Actually, I was driving, so that's what it was.
No, you almost got locked up.
What?
For acting out in Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Green Dream, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I had a rough afternoon today. Just saying. Not too much. How are you liking your pressure cooker? I know, I have to do a video, y'all. I like it. It makes awesome rice. I've learned that much so far. It's very good at making rice. I would have bonded you. I know you would have. Oh, that was a bad day. We'll talk all about it in a minute. Ramey Vines and Homestead. What's up? Or Homestead Time, sorry. Oh no, don't tell me she got close to the Pioneer Woman aisle.
Who?
Me.
No.
Met you at Donna and Steve's. Okay. Welcome, Laverne. I made pulled pork barbecue in my Instant Pot tonight. Love that thing. I will tell you, the Instant Pot,
or as Carol calls it,
yeah, she calls it
instant weed.
Instant weed is what she calls it. She'll say, Mom, how much water do I put in the instant weed? And I'm like, what are you talking about? So anyway, yeah, so I got, it says, y'all remember me, right? I took the wife and kids to, yeah, I know exactly who you are. You're the chef.
Yep.
Yeah, we know exactly who you are, Aaron.
I know who you are.
Yeah, we know exactly. I love the pie. I'm sorry. I can't even read that. I can't even say it. Like, I can't even reread it for somebody else to say it.
You know, this is why we don't have friends. This is why we don't have friends.
No, this is why we do have friends, because everybody likes to pick on me about it.
Okay, so.
What's up from Germany? Hello, hello.
So.
Is it, it would be Guten, whatever. It's not going to be morning time there. Maybe, close to it. Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, somewhere around in there. Yeah. Guten Tag is good day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway.
Can I go now?
Mm-mm. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Mm.
Positive?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But go ahead.
All right. So, I got a favor.
2 in the morning.
Let me know when you're done.
No. I'm never going to be done, Jason. You know better.
Mimsy's garden is like 16 subscribers away from her 1,000 mark.
I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed, but let me check real quick to be certain. I think so, because I got notifications of her live today.
Sometimes you should just do things and not talk about it.
No, I'm subscribed.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. See, I'm subscribed.
How many?
I got the bell rung.
14 away.
Yeah.
She's 14 away. If you don't know who Mimsy's garden is,
She's awesome.
she is a friend of mine who, why does she not have a wrench?
I don't know why.
I thought she had a wrench.
Oh, look at here!
Okay. I thought you had a... But she's a very good friend of mine. She's a very good friend of Chris, Single Dad Homestead, who is not here right now.
Yeah. Hey, Broussard.
That's just some guy.
Just some guy.
And she's a really, really good person. Whew. Go check out her channel.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. And go watch a video and tell her, and in the comments say Big Bear sent me.
Alright. Do we have milk cows?
Yes.
Yes. We're waiting on them to have babies.
They're Prego milk cows.
Yep. Alright. So, what you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, you're chomping at the bit.
Mm-mm. What?
You're like, nah, 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 nah. Oh, please, as fired up as you were today, I don't even know. No, you.
We made 14,000, y'all. Just saying. Just saying. We do. We love raw milk and raw butter and everything else. It's just awesome. Anyway. What? So I had a really, really, really rough day today.
You don't get to start there.
About an hour and a half, Aaron.
What?
How far are we from Augusta now?
Yes.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Okay. So, you guys remember last weekend when we were on location at an Airbnb and we were doing a planning weekend because we've got #big plans for 2020. And we shared an experience that we had with you guys at Valley Cafe and Catering, one of the restaurants there in Dillard, Georgia.
Not a lot, D. I've been drinking water all day. I'm allowed to answer questions.
I'm not saying anything.
Then
I paused.
Okay.
No,
We got you.
You better check your tone. And
they can't see you doing that right there. I can see it.
And we told you how they rounded up the bill and the service was just really bad.
Yes.
And don't answer that. Do not answer that.
I'm not going to answer it.
Well, we left it alone. We shared it with you guys. We left it alone. And we enjoyed the rest of our time there at Dillard. We went to the Dillard house, had a wonderful time.
Got a lot accomplished. It was an awesome weekend all the way around.
Until we came home. Then Monday, Robin does her Robin thing where she checks behind everything that we did that weekend to see what has hit the bank account, what hasn't, so that way she can write it all down, and so that way we can balance the budget.
Everything's balanced, right.
Well, instead of our bill being $43, like
which
you guys,
is what it was supposed to be,
which you guys
saw the receipt,
it ended up being
$51.60.
$51.60.
Now, for all of y'all math people, that is 20% more than it should have been.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or an added 20% to it.
So, called the bank. The bank locked our cards down. Shut them down. Closed them. Blammo. We had to contact the Georgia Bureau of Investigations because we don't live in that city. And they then referred us to the Dillard Police Department. They said we want them to try to handle it first
before we do anything.
If they don't handle it, you contact us through the Attorney General of the State Attorney General, because GBI has to be invited. And I said okay, and so we called the Dillard Police Department, and the chief of police called me back. Gave him everything. He went and interviewed the owner and looked at the menus.
Okay, hold on one second. They didn't lock down our bank account. They locked down our cards. They turned our cards off because Jason and I, our bank issues, if it's a husband-wife, they issue the same number, just two cards with different names on it. So it's not like they could shut down just his card or just my card. They had to shut both of them down because it was the same number. So.
And so.
You skipped the part about me talking to him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So when this first happened, being me, I tried to call them first and say, look, this has happened. So the very first thing is I couldn't get a hold of the manager right away. I had to leave a message. Well, he called me back. I told him what happened, and the very first thing was I said, you rounded up my check. I said, I don't know if y'all even know that your register does this. It might have just been a fluke. And he very nonchalantly was like, well, we do that for charity. We rounded up to the nearest dime or nickel. And, and then was very kind of snarky with me, like, well, we'll look into it. And so I was like, okay, fine, it's fine. I'll call you back. So then later I was out visiting customers, so I didn't get to answer the phone. He left me a message and basically said that they'd looked into it and that he was not able to refund the money, that he had to get the owner of the company to do it. He was the only one that was able to do that. So if he didn't talk to me by that day, that it would be done the next day. Okay, fine. So the next day I'm at work and the phone rings and it's the owner, and he basically just said, well, how can I help you? He didn't apologize or anything like that or start off with anything. It was just, as if he didn't know what happened. And I said, look, I ate there this past weekend and a tip was added to my check that I did not intend to leave. And he essentially said that they would refund my money plus the 4 cents is what he told me, because they round up for the charity, and that the tip was accidentally left on our check when it should have been on somebody else's. So that's what I was told. I didn't get a sorry. I got nothing that indicated that he was apologetic at all. That was so then I told Jason about it, and that's when we called the police department and got everything else involved.
And so the chief of police, extremely professional guy, because I'll be honest, I was very nervous, because Dillard is a small town. I was very nervous of me being the outsider, the vacationer, tourist person, and it being a good old boy system there. I was extremely nervous about that. Well, after having a conversation with the chief of police, and about 5 minutes in the conversation, he started to really ease that doubt that I had, and I was very thankful for it. And he took down everything. I sent him the copy of the receipt and the copy of the bank stuff where we, disputed it with the bank and how the bank was handling it. And he said, okay, I will call you by lunchtime tomorrow. My phone rings at 9 o'clock in the morning. He's already at this dude's restaurant. He went back and forth with them. He told me some things that he told the restaurant owner that I don't know if I'm at liberty to share or not. But as of right now, there is not enough evidence for them to pursue anything legally. We did get our money back, but we are still in limbo with our cards. So anytime we have to go purchase anything right now, we got to use checks,
right, or cash, which our bank's not local, and we can't use an ATM because card doesn't work.
Right. And so today it was kind of rainy, spitzy, thunderstormy around here for a little while. And so we did some recent purging of the house, and I said, you know what? Let's just take those boxes of DVDs to Mr. K's. Not thinking at all that our cards don't work. And we cannot go in Mr. K's without coming out with books.
No,
we can't do it.
Not a possibility. Especially now, because they've added a whole nother area to their book. They've got a whole nother category now that was husbandry and like urban gardening and all that. So like we were hosed the minute we went down that aisle, because I thought we were doing good, because I went to where the major, they have the tables in the front where we normally get our stuff from, and I didn't see anything. So I was like, oh, they must have stopped. Maybe it wasn't popular enough. They stopped carrying them. And then I saw you, and I looked, and there's like all these different books on everything that we're trying to do. And I'm like, oh, this is going to hurt. And then, of course, we were like, well, let me check and see if they take checks. Well, they don't take checks. So, Mr. K's, they have a couple of different ones. There's one in Greenville. There's one in Asheville. There's two more. One in Johnson City, Tennessee, and then there's another one. I want to say like Charleston or something like that.
Yeah. See, John, we got cash stashed away too, but wasn't thinking.
No.
Didn't grab it.
Yeah. So.
And look, and the reason why I say when we go there, we can't leave without a book. If my girls want to read, I'm not gonna stop them. And
they're like $2-3. I mean, all the stuff that they want might be $15 or $16 at a brand new, but there they could pick them up for $1. Like Carol got a book for $1 today.
It would cost me more to go to the library to check it out and then bring it.
Yeah, because we end up not turning them in on time.
Yeah.
Trust me, these folks have good books. Look, we have that whole shelf over there is nothing but books. And I'm scared because we're going to have to do something. Because we just added Anyway, so library. Did you say library? Yes, that's what he says. He always calls it the library.
I hate all y'all. I do.
I've stopped correcting you because you get mad at me when I say it. I keep 200 in my back of my wallet I wish I could afford to keep 200 in the back of my wallet. But yeah, we need more shelves. And what's funny,
we need a library room.
Library.
That's what I say.
Room.
Library room.
Yeah, we need something, but we have. Yeah, which one is it?
Mama grows. Mama grows.
What is it? Crayons.
I'm not talking. You know
crayons.
What? I'm gonna be quiet the rest of the live stream.
My kids say library too. Books are our friends. Well, I'll tell you, we got some really awesome books. I'm super stoked. So one thing, this morning, let's talk about this morning just a little bit. This morning we sat down with a cup of coffee out on our front porch looking at our kitchen garden on the left side, and on the right side we're working on adding more beds to add for the fall garden. And so we were kind of arranging the beds on the right side and kind of talking about what we would do different with the kitchen garden that we have now. A couple of different placement things, we have lamb's ears in some small beds, and we knew that they were prolific, but we didn't realize how quickly they would be prolific, and so they've pretty much almost grown out of these beds that they're in.
Okay, Duncan, just send me an email and we will talk.
And so basically we were talking about doing that, moving these beds, moving that. We found that sweet potatoes are a great ground cover.
Duh.
But they will. We had some beds that we had put in there, and we were hoping that they would just kind of climb around stuff. Well, in the middle of all that, we had a bunch of torrential rain, and so we had some weeds that had grown up and kind of taken over some of the spot where they could grow. So now they're growing out onto the porch, out into the garden, and up and over some other beds that we never put anything in, and they're actually rooting in the beds. So
they're like, feed me, feed me.
They're an awesome, if you're ever trying to do something that's an edible landscape, sweet potatoes are an awesome.
Well, that's what
yeah.
What's her name said in the book that we shared with you guys.
I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart right now.
But she says use sweet potatoes as a ground cover.
Yes.
So we did that. Trying. What's the matter?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Let me check real quick. Where would that be under? Be under here.
Anyway, so we sat down and we kind of looked through everything and kind of decided on placement of stuff. We decided we have to have these vertical gardens that we can put together. We knew we had to have a certain amount because of the different stuff that we grow, and so we wanted to make sure that we have enough of everything. Then we also did some planning of placing all of the different beds that are going to go on the right side. So we went.
I don't see it there. Keep talking.
So anyway, we did that. We kind of looked at everything. We moved a bunch of the beds. We also got the grass mowed. The girls did some weed trimming. and it was just an overall, we were doing really well with getting everything taken care of. So A Fish and Loaves Life says, David the Good says that sweet potato and African yams are 2 very excellent survival crops. Well, they're really good for you as well. But the other thing is that for us, we wanted something that we could put, out as a ground cover to kind of fill in the spaces where we had different beds up. And it was just... What are you doing? Okay. Well, it's just distracting. Anyway, so...
Well, I'm trying to fix that. Tell her to try to type it.
She said it seems like no one has seen anything that they typed today. Yeah, I've not seen anything.
I haven't seen anything either. Tell her to try to type again.
Try again and see.
YouTube has been acting crazy.
I don't know. So... Who's talking? It would be Little Creek.
Has anybody seen Little Creek Homestead type in here?
I don't know. So, hello, testing. Josh. Not you. I haven't seen it.
Well, tell her to type something again.
She's watching. They're just not able to comment, apparently.
I don't know what in the world's going on.
I don't know. We've looked at our community settings and I don't know. Okay. Not in the participants list. So I don't know. It's not showing up. So anyway, we're in live chat. Are you? Oh.
What? She might be in the old link.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. Let me go back like this. Please stand by as we are having technical difficulties. No, there is none.
I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, wait a minute.
Go to their page on Facebook and see if she got blocked. No, he did that.
She might be in this one. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that one real quick.
Alright. Hey, Todd. Amanda's Garden. What's up?
Amanda's Garden. What?
I just saw I was not in the live chat. Yeah. Technical difficulties. That's my line, Jason.
Okay. Now let's see
if she... Here's Karina. Hello.
See if she's in the right one.
I don't know. I told her to go out and come back in.
Yeah.
So, anyway, happened to me on Roots and Refuge. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know. It just, sometimes it's quirky. So, anyway, so we were sitting down talking about the layout of everything and what other beds we need to... There it is.
Now we can see you.
Yep. At least it's not a wardrobe malfunction. I know, right? That would be bad. So, basically, we got the layout kind of thinking about what we want. We planted some more carrots today.
And what's up, Doc?
We have birdhouse gourds growing. You're all excited about. Yes. And let's see, what else did we do? So we went up, got the... So my Walmart experience. So what happened is we start looking at all of these books. And it turns out that they had way more books than we had cash in our pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And we... What's up, people? Still no back box? No, we've been... If you just got here, it's been a very stressful week. Like, we were doing good Monday and Tuesday because you didn't know about the charge yet. So you got 2 videos out. Come Wednesday...
Well, come Wednesday, I was dealing with the bank. I was dealing with the GBI. Then I was dealing with the Dillard Police Department.
Yeah.
Then on Thursday, I was dealing with
them again.
Dillard Police Department again.
Yes.
And then Friday, I had my VA appointment.
Yes. So we went in the morning. I had to be in Atlanta, and I finished with Atlanta and came back, grabbed some samples because I had customers in Augusta that needed sample towers, so I got those all taken care of, and then we went down to Augusta, did your appointment. How did that go?
I want to say hi to Gone Potty Gardening. That has got to be the best channel name I have
that is a really cool
seen in a
name.
long time.
So we went, they said, was your blood pressure good even after dealing with all of that? Actually, it was very, very good.
My blood pressure was 120 over 80.
Yeah, it was good.
Not bad for a fat boy.
Now, our experiences in the past with the VA have been stressful. The very first one, that primary care guy that we had was no bueno. He would tell Jason that he was overweight and that his blood... Yeah, bring him over here.
Yeah, he was a Chinese guy, and he go, you obese, you fat, you overweight, you gonna have liver issue, you gonna have sugar issue, why do I sound like Muhammad Ali?
I don't know. He does it every time. The funny thing is that the new doctor is Hispanic, and he still does the Chinese accent. It's the funniest thing.
So you need to go get blood work. And so I go to get the blood work. Blood work. Go down there,
Blood work.
Come back, and he get all mad. Let me mess up.
Go back.
Go, you need to go back. Your blood work better than mine. No way possible. You fat. Okay. Go down there again.
Sweet Korean baby Jesus.
And do it again. And here he is again.
And finally, the nurses down in the labs called him and was like, if you send him down here one more time.
No, she came back up there with me.
These are right.
We did our job correctly. Get over it. Bow. And left.
Yep. So that doctor did not last long.
And so I requested a new doctor because I got absolutely nowhere. And then my next doctor was Dr. Montalvo. He was Hispanic as well. Mm-hmm. But you've had such a great customer service. Yeah. I know, right? The best it wasn't really customer service. It's more like bedside manner. Yeah. Bedside manner, yeah. It was horrible. So then the next guy was Dr. Montalvo. You didn't have to delete that to family. That was okay.
So the next doctor was Dr. Montalvo.
And he was okay.
He was okay. He was just kind of placating Jason. He would give him and now one thing that he did is that he tried to push opioids on Jason. He was like, you're in pain, I'm going to write you this prescription, take it, whatever. So muscle relaxers and opioids.
And every time I'd go there, he'd be like, so how's your pain level? So it's about an 8. Taking your pain meds? No. Get out of my office. It wasn't that bad, but, he would
say, well, you're not doing what I told you to do. Well, it's a good thing, because studies now, they're finding that opioids are not good for chronic pain. It's just not. And so when we moved, they said, you can no longer come to Augusta. You have to... Well, they didn't say have to. They said that you're close enough. See, the thing is Jason is service connected. So if he drives a certain amount, they have to pay him for travel. They have to pay him an expense for travel. So in order to stop that, they were trying to get him closer. So they redirected him to an Athens CBOC, which is not a full hospital. It's just a small doctor's office.
Yeah. And that doctor proceeded to tell me that I was just completely faking,
that all the pain was in his head.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with him. He couldn't even touch his toes, y'all. He couldn't even bend over to touch his toes, let alone come even close. And it wasn't because of his belly or anything like that. He physically could not bend over to touch his toes. He couldn't reach across himself to give him a hug. He was in that much pain.
Yeah.
And this woman proceeded to tell us that it was all in his head.
And was
very racist and disrespectful, just downright ugly.
Yeah, she didn't like Irish people.
Jason said one time, what did you say, crap? He said crap, and she was like, I will not continue to treat you if you keep cussing. I'm a Marine. Really? Crap is not a cuss word.
And so we left.
But that wasn't over.
Before somebody didn't get her fancy coffee because she was about to lose it.
Look, y'all, that ended up with a call to Congress. Our congressperson, they have a liaison for the VA. It's that bad, y'all, that they have a designated person that takes phone calls for complaints about the VA. So I called them. We did all of that, ran that rabbit. By that evening, the head of the VA in Augusta was calling us.
Very nice person.
Very nice. And proceeded to tell them that they had opened up a congressional inquiry and that now they were being looked at for all of these complaints. Well, needless to say, we were not going back to Athens. So we decided we had the opportunity to go back to Augusta. So then what? A year lapsed. I tried to get you an appointment.
Well, they got me in the stuff for my PTSD, and I started seeing a shrink with that. But then the one lady behind the counter basically verbally attacked Apollo, said there was no way that he was a service dog, and that she was going to put food down in front of my dog to see if he ate it, and that stopped my mental health PTSD appointments and my nutrition appointments, and so then it just got like silent.
Yeah.
After we made that complaint, and so we were trying to get me in for my yearly physical, because see, I don't go to the doctor. I hate going to the doctor. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
You're in a lot of pain.
I only go if I'm about to kill somebody because I hurt so much, or it's my yearly thing, and because if I don't go, then I stand a chance of losing everything, and I don't want to pay Obama's fines. So we made the appointment. The first one, the doctor canceled. Second one, we had to reschedule because of transportation issues. The third one, they tried to cancel again, but somebody...
No, they canceled again. They canceled and said they were going to reschedule. And get this, they canceled the morning of the appointment. Like, we were literally getting ready to get in the car and go. And they called. And so I was really, really, really upset. But they said they were going to call and reschedule. Well, then Jason had his pain in his chest and everything, and so I called, and they had not rescheduled yet. So I called them and had them reschedule the appointment. Well, then they called a week before or 2 weeks before the appointment and said, Doc's not going to be here. He's not going to be able to do that appointment. We need to reschedule you for the following Friday. Of course, I got a little pissy about that. Showed my butt a little bit. And then I was going to call Congress, but I got sidetracked. It was a good thing because then it ended up working to the better. Then we had this appointment. So we showed up today, or yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. 3:30. Actually, 3:15, 14, 15, 16, somewhere around in there. They ask you to be 15 minutes early.
You really gotta let this go.
We sit down, and I don't think Jason got called in until almost 4. It was like 3:50, which is, in hindsight, is fine. And actually, somebody posted on my post something that it made me think about it for a second. They said, if they're not taking care of you, it means they're taking care of somebody else. So you just have to be patient. And really, that honestly is the truth. I didn't see anybody lollygagging around and laughing in the halls. So honestly, that's probably the best way to look at it. And we found out why. Because this doctor was absolutely thorough. He looked at all of his records, because everything's digital now. They can click through everything. And he said basically that it was going to take a while, because he's going to need all new labs to be able to look at everything to make sure that he's good to go. He talked him through everything. Come to find out, his doctor also has chronic pain. And so he has done the research himself on what kind of things work and are available through the VA.
And I don't know if you saw this or not.
I did. Wartime.
Yeah, he's a combat vet also, which is really cool.
He got his MD during wartime. Very cool. He was easy to understand, because we have had problems in the past with doctors where it was hard to understand them. He was very easy to understand. He listened. That was the
cool thing.
Yeah. It was a very engaging conversation back and forth. He was very empathetic. It was just a nice breath of fresh air. So he listened. Jason has tinnitus, and the last doctor that sent him to get his hearing done, when they did the hearing test, they basically told him, deal with it.
Yeah, suck it up.
Your hearing's just fine, which it's not, because the threshold is here to here. Jason's threshold used to be up here, and now it's down here, but because it's still above that threshold line, according to the VA, he's still fine. He can hear. And that doesn't work.
And let's see. We did not share this with anybody, but I developed what looked like moles or freckles.
Red freckles.
That were all over my torso. And so, I must inform everybody, public service announcement, the internet can be wrong. The internet
poor Jason
can be wrong.
Poor Jason had diagnosed himself as having cancer.
Now, I knew, because I looked at this stuff for skin cancer online, and it looked just like what I got. And I was like, oh, crap. And so I was sweating bullets. Yep. I really was. I was sweating bullets.
Well, you could tell you were hesitant just to ask him. Like, you almost didn't want to ask him.
And so I was very disappointed that the internet was wrong, but I was also very thankful that the internet was wrong.
Yes.
And so he said, "Oh, those are just
roseola something."
Yeah, it sounded like he said ravioli to me. I don't know.
Roseola, were they strawberry moles? They're little blood vessels that puddle up into these little circles or ovals or whatever. And apparently, when you get older, they can get bigger.
Yeah, he said, whatever you do, don't pop them, because they'll bleed for forever.
If you pop them, they will bleed, and it's hard to get them to stop.
Might end up in the ER that they bleed so much. To be able to get them to stop.
They're very hard to stop. Yeah. So,
and so we just got done sweating that bullet. And what does this one bring back up? These lumps that I got underneath right here, and then I got one like here. Right, I forgot all about those.
So he was sweating the cancer he had self-diagnosed.
And because I had a couple of these on my back, and they were just what they call chicken fat. And
yes, they look like the red dots on Frosted Pop-Tarts. Exactly. Boldly grow, Homestead. So anyway.
And so he starts playing around with those, and he was like, "Yeah." He said, "We'll
Roseola lipomas. That's it. That's
Yep.
exactly what they are. Yeah, rose lipomas or rosy whatever."
And basically, when I go in next time, because he noticed that.
No. The lipomas are the things that you. Never mind. Yeah. Anyway. Capillaries that come to the surface. There you go.
You know, if the Lord takes you home before me, people are going to think I'm an absolute idiot.
Why?
Because I'm going to talk in broken sentences for the rest of my life. I'm going to be like, I was driving down the road and then we went, and and then my cousin said, and Merry Christmas.
Anyway. Yeah, I just spit my water. I know, I did the same thing. Anyway, so you found out that those are whatever. They're little deposits.
But I am going to have surgery to have them removed.
They said if they start to hurt.
This one already.
Yeah, they said if they start to hurt. So. And
so other than that, I got a clean bill of health as long as my labs just don't come back all kinds of crazy, which they won't.
Yeah.
But
they said his blood sugar, because that was one thing, because he said something about
you fat, you obese.
He didn't.
No.
He even was like, look, he said, well, you're a little overweight. Like, he didn't say you're obese. Like, he was just like, oh, you're a little overweight, and like it was not a big deal. But he's healthy. He's like,
you're big boned.
He's like, your blood sugar is good. Your blood pressure is great. He's like, I'm not worried at all.
He got extremely tickled when Robin called me old-fashioned fat.
Yeah, we got that from Donna and Steve's daughter. We were visiting them, Old Ways, New Times. We went over to their house, and their daughter was saying that. She's like, I'm old-fashioned fat. I'm not drive-through fat. And we love that, because really, at the end of the day, that's really what it is. You're eating fried okra and mashed potatoes. And
But you know what? One thing that I really liked about him is he looked back at my record, and he said, well, when did you just start? Have you always been fat?
Always been fat? Like, that's the first thing he said.
I said, no. And he started looking back through my records, and I said, I didn't start putting on weight till y'all made me go through that steroid shot. And he started looking, and he's like, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and he's looking at his weight, and he's like, that's exactly when it happened.
Yep.
He said, you were like 215, and then like a year later, you're up to 240. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. And so, one of the programs that I might be doing again is the water aerobics program. I'm probably going to be doing acupuncture.
Not probably. You will be doing acupuncture.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing acupuncture.
The water program, it's going to be a jump of a bunch of different things. They're going to try yoga is one that they're looking into. Water, recreational therapy, just all kinds of different things. And basically, I'm sure what it's going to be is just keeping you active, And that's one of the things that Jason has a hard time with, is because of how active we are already, his body's used to that amount of level of activity. So it doesn't register it as exercise. That's the norm.
Yeah.
So that's the problem, is that he already does so much that it doesn't help.
Pete Homestead in the house.
What's up? So anyway, so that was good. We did what we've seen his yoga activity. Yep.
Keep playing. I'm gonna make you see a room full of Army dudes and Air Force dudes and big fat Navy dudes and Marines doing yoga.
That would be funny.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to hope we're all going to wear them little skimpy PT shorts. How y'all like that? Mm-hmm.
So, we got 2 weeks.
2 weeks to the home.
This time in 2 weeks, we'll be in Missouri. Yep. We got this full week of work, and then the next week, I'll be off Friday.
Missouri.
So we'll leave Friday. We'll
Missouri.
Drive up Friday and be there Saturday. So we'll do our Fat Marine, not doing no yoga. So Saturday we will be doing our live stream from Hannibal, Missouri.
Missouri.
At least you're getting something done. Due to being in intelligence and most info sealed, VA can't determine what I actually qualify for. You know, there's still some issue.
Okay, so we will be in Hannibal, Missouri for the Homesteading Life Conference with Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. We are putting on workshops. I'm putting on a predator control workshop. I don't know, you coming to see me? I tried to come see you when you was in Arkansas, and you just poof, disappeared.
Yeah, like we'll be in Hannibal, and then we're going to go to Mansfield on Tuesday, Mark
Twain's hometown. Yep. And we're also going to be real close to Laurel Ingalls Wilder's birthplace and stuff, right?
I think.
Right around in there. So we're going to go check that out because the girls are huge.
Misery.
Huge. Little House.
Yes.
Fans. Have been. Made me read the books through to them.
Well before they could read.
Yeah.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger involved in predator control?
No, he ain't got nothing on me, baby.
How far is Baker Creek from Hannibal? Like 4 hours, I think.
Yeah, but we're going there too.
Yeah,
we've been invited to go swing by.
We're basically, Monday the conference will be over, so then Tuesday morning we'll drive up there.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, yo, dude, give me some seeds. No.
Yep.
We're gonna be filming all of that cool stuff. And
yep, maybe you should come along. It'll be fun.
Then we're coming home.
Yep.
Home. Yep. West Virginia.
And then we gotta gear up for
Homesteaders of America.
The Homesteaders of America. Conference.
America. Homesteaders of America.
And then we'll get to take a deep breath until January 1.
And then it's big hashtag, big plans for 2020.
We'll have the girls. I need to talk to my son. Oh, Daryl, we're not going right home. Oh, y'all will be going about 7 miles from my house then.
And we might have to take a 7-mile detour. Come in and hug in it. Well, when you'll be at Baker Creek, maybe Mom and I can meet you there. We will be there.
It'll be that Tuesday.
That Tuesday.
Like the 7th, I think. Something like that.
Yeah. And,
Homesteaders of America has a capital A in front. It's not America. Homesteaders America.
America. Let's see. Homesteaders of America. The Thursday before the conference kicks off, because the conference is Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
That Thursday, I am doing a hands-on predator control class. If you have not signed up for the class, please go ahead, if you can, and do so. The people that were in my class last year, I got great reviews. I still got the paperwork, y'all. I can prove it. I got like 9s and 10s. And it was raining, and we couldn't really even set traps that much. So the class is going to be a whole lot of information. You will get a notebook with you. The DVD will not be ready till the springtime.
But we'll ship that.
But we will ship that to you
when it's ready.
Let's see. And then, of course, we'll be doing demos throughout the day.
Both days.
Right. But they will not be as intense as the class. What's up, Tanya? Tanya, where's Kitty? Is she okay? I have not seen her.
Yeah.
Or heard from her in a couple of days. I send her.
She's probably been really, really busy with gardening, because I've seen they've got a lot of stuff, so they're probably putting a lot of food away.
And let's see.
Yeah, she's out in the garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is there?
I think that's about it for now.
Thank you, Mimsies. Mimsies, if you could start posting the links for everything, our Facebook group, the Big Bear Nation, and stuff like that, I'd appreciate it. All
right.
Where was I going now?
Huh?
We did Homesteaders of America.
I figured you were getting ready to kick it off.
Now, two things. We got 60 folks in here. Mimsy's Garden is a really good friend of ours. She's a good friend of Chris over there at Single Dad Homesteading. She is very, very close to her 1,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. If you guys do not know who she is,
go check her out.
Go check her out. I promise you, she is a hoot. She did cheat on me, though. I have to admit that she did cheat. But I would like to. She's done a lot for Chris. She's done a lot for us, and I would like to see her get to that 1,000 if we can. Also, tonight, here in about 4 minutes, Green Dream Project will be going live after us. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Green Dream is, but he is this crazy character out in the desert in Arizona, living off-grid. He does a lot for the environment, the planet. He's just got done doing, and look, he's not one of the type of channels that's going to show you when they succeed.
No, he's going to show you when he messes up too.
Yeah, he shows you when he messes things up too. And he's crazy, but he's funny. So going over to Green Dream, check him out, tell him the Big Bear sent you, and let the nation represent there in his live stream. So Robin and I want to tell you guys to remember to plant smiles,
grow giggles,
and harvest love.
Harvest love.
Be kind to one another. You don't know what that person is going through. And we will see you guys next week. Remember, recycle, reuse, repurpose. Don't forget to give Mimsy's Garden some love. And let's get on over there to Green Dream Project.
Good night, y'all.
everybody.
See you next week.